the city. There are people everywhere. The snow is falling white and pretty as I stroll on my way to you. How would you feel about packing up today? Leave this all behind, go get snowed in somewhere, you and me. I would rather be somewhere with you, without TV or phone. Is it wrong for me to want you for my own this Christmas?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome to day 15 of Vlogmas. Only 10 days left. That is right. That's insane. I hope I'm telling you the truth. Guys, I am feeling great today. I woke up just feeling like I had a ton of energy. I feel really happy and alive. All good things. I want to make some breakfast this morning. So I'm gonna make pesto eggs, I think, and I'm gonna put some grape tomatoes in it. We'll see how that goes. But I also wanted to update you on my feelings from yesterday. I think I was crying because I think I was crying because just like writing a book is vulnerable. Writing something in the dark and you hope people like it. You know what I mean? And I think we're just kind of used to immediate feedback from people. And so I'm very much used to knowing right away if people like something that I've made or not liked. And it feels less intense and less permanent than like working on this thing for months in isolation and then putting it out into the world and like hoping people love it. Obviously, I read it to my husband. I have different Enneagram types read their chapters. I have editors, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people giving me feedback, but it just, you know, it feels like people who want me to feel good. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just want someone who's like brutally honest, but like, honestly, you don't. Like it's so tender. It's so tender. And I think that that's like what was going on with me yesterday, is just getting back into the routine of writing after having kind of that week off and just feeling really vulnerable. I think it's that simple. I'll leave you guys hanging on what's going on with me. So that's kind of where I think that was coming from, but it felt really good to cry. I think I let it flow. I think oftentimes for me with emotions, I will just like let them kind of pile up in my chest and I won't even know that they're there. I just kind of feel a little bit grumpy or irritable, or I have like a vibration under, like a current under me that makes me want to like do. Crying felt so relieving and so freeing. Feels like I like took off a giant weight from my shoulders. So, you know, love a good cry. I'm gonna make these eggs and we'll see how they go. I'm kind of making it up. It sounds like a good combination, like basil, pesto, tomatoes, eggs. Like, I feel like you can't go wrong. try it. It's probably still pretty hot. It looks kind of cute, kind of not cute, kind of ugly. So typically I wake up around 6 and I journal before the boys wake up. This morning our little woke up with me, and so we kind of just laid on the couch and snuggled. I didn't get my journaling in now because I honestly just like cannot write a lick if I don't clear my brain. It'll give me a little bit of space to actually write, but I think I want some tea. It's like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have this like rule with myself where if I'm not on where I want to be with water, I only drink water until I'm at where I want to be with water. Does that make sense? So I have this guy right now, and I'm past the 9 a.m. mark. It's 8:30, so I feel like I'm good to have some tea. This is an unnecessary rule, but this is who I am.
If there are dishes here when I get home, I'll wash them.
Hi, same spot. Something I haven't talked about in a while is my journey with birth control. So I started birth control like 6 months ago, and if you've been following for a while, you probably know that I used to have like really bad periods. Like my first day of my cycle especially was just debilitating, like took me out. I kind of lose a week of focus and work, and not that and I found a way to enjoy that, honestly. Like I found a rhythm that worked for me, and in fact, like I had built kind of my work life around my menstrual cycle. So it was like I coordinated, like when I was ovulating, I had a lot more energy. I was a lot more extroverted. When I was in my follicular phase, I was also like much more productive. And then like my luteal phase and my menstrual phase, I would start to kind of lose energy and go down. And so I would be more reflective and contemplative. So I say all of that to say, since I started birth control, I actually haven't had a full menstrual cycle. Skipped my cycle intentionally. I think it just made my cycle so light, because it was already pretty light, that it just doesn't happen. So I say all of that to say that I don't have those rhythms anymore to understand. Like used to, if I would be really low energy or if I would be really grumpy or irritable, I would know, oh, I'm in the luteal phase, so it makes sense. So I think about that today because I woke up this morning with a ton of energy, a ton of like inspiration. I was my whole journal entry today was just like idea after idea. I say that to say it feels like I'm ovulating. Like that's like the way it feels, is like, oh, I've got my like follicular ovulatory kind of energy. Know that that's not true, but that's that. I kind of miss having that like clear cut, oh, I know for a fact that's why all of a sudden I have energy today and I don't normally, or I haven't in a little bit. That's all I wanted to share. Now I've finished journaling. I'm going to go ahead and write. I'm gonna meditate for about 5 minutes and then start working on chapter 9. Okay, so writing went really well. I got an essay out. Feel great about that. Standing in this spot in my room. So that means that we're gonna do our advent calendar. I wanna do it before I do my skincare just in case I find something I like. Today is day 11. So it's 11 days to Christmas then, not 10. I said 10 earlier. It's a box within a box. Oh, it's exfoliating sugar cubes. I got some of these last year. They're fun. You just kind of like put them in your hand and like use them all over. I'm gonna show you my favorite thing I've gotten out of the advent calendar so far, because I don't know, I would want to know if I were watching these vlogs. I realized that the day that I use this, I always have a good skin day, and so that's good information. It's the Alpha H vitamin B with copper tripeptide. Just do like 2 to 3 drops of it. It always makes my skin feel like plump and not too dry. So if you're curious, that's my favorite thing so far. Okay, so I'm not like sold on today's outfit, honestly, but we're gonna roll with it. I got these guys at Target. This I got in my Nuuly, I believe it's from Anthropologie. This also came in my Nuuly, it's like velvet. These are from Universal Standard, and these are from Target. It is about 10:30. I'm heading into the office now. My main objectives for today are to edit chapter 7 and edit chapter 8. I also would love to write another type 9 piece today, and I need to record an year-end and review podcast episode, which is kind of a bigger undertaking for a day that already has 2 chapters being edited, but it's just kind of what we gotta do. So I also, chapter 7 is gonna be a hard one. I have a goal of 10 pieces for each type. I have like 20 for type 7 because I am in type 7, so I just have a lot to say about it. Really need to go in and cull it. I also was so overwhelmed by how many I had for it that I've done no grooming of it at all. So it's just, there's a lot of work to be done on that chapter. So we're gonna start with that this morning when I get in. Hopefully have it done before lunch. Fingers crossed. Whittled it down. I've got it to about 12 or 13 pieces. Some of them are very short, some are very long. So now I just need to print them. I've been stalling though. I need to get my life together. Let's do it. Done just in time for lunch, and I get a package, so let's go see what we got. Also, I love this. Thanks, Kate. You're so, that is so nice. Hello, so let's have a little bit of a stairwell chat before I head out for coffee. So kind of where we're at in terms of tasks done. I've edited chapter 7. I have really done almost everything on the to-do list except for edit chapter 8 and edit and record the yearly review. It's written, but it's not recorded. I also double checked, just kind of like looked at my type 9 chapter, and I have 7 pieces written for it. Ovi's pulling into the parking lot, but he's going to the same place as me. I have 7 pieces written for it, and I have time to write those tomorrow and Thursday, so I'm feeling really good. It takes a lot of pressure off this afternoon's work, so yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I'm feeling great about it. I'm gonna go have coffee across the street. I had their seasonal drink with Obes yesterday. They have like this orange rosemary magic that has a candied orange on top. I'm definitely gonna get that again, and maybe I'll have lunch with Obes or next to Obes, depending on what he has going on. Or I really like to read, so maybe we can read next to one another.
Just sold the last one we have today. We ran out of the rose.
Okay, back in the office. It was very hard to leave Opie in that cozy coffee shop, but I did. I'm feeling a little headachy, So I'm going to, I think it's either my hair or just staring at screens. So we're gonna use the blue light glasses and I'm gonna take some medicine. Right, let's edit chapter 8. Hello friends, welcome back to the podcast. I hope your year treated you well. Okay, year in review has been recorded. I always do really pretty short podcast episodes, and this one was like 32 minutes, so that's long for me. It's almost 4. I'm gonna go pick up the kiddo at 4:30, but I'm done for the day. Just gonna plan out tomorrow's tasks so that I have kind of a general sense what that's gonna be like, but then we will head out and go get the little. Let's go get the boy.
I literally named a baby the bath bomb the entire sentence. And then I told Logan, my actual name is BB the Bath Bomb.
With the DA specifically.
Yes. Well, nice. I told him really my name was BB Bath Bomb. But I bet he knew that wasn't true.
We're in our room because I'm letting the kiddo still reading, and so I'm giving him some quiet to do that. Today we are pulling from the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. This is my very first deck ever, right? I think it was, yeah. Ooh, Abundancia. I'll show it to you. You can tell me how to pronounce it. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You are very powerful, and I'm here to support your growing power. It's right for you to receive this help as we function as a team. I've heard your prayers, worries, and affirmations. I'm pouring my cornucopia of prosperity upon you now, so expect unforeseen windfalls and gifts. Notice the new ideas, feelings, and visions within you. This guidance gives you clear direction about actions to take in the conjunction with my assistance. Together, we're unstoppable. This is various meanings of this card. Be open to receiving. A new windfall of money is coming to you. You have nothing to worry about. Your new venture will be financially successful. Visualize and affirm abundance. Abundance comes to you in many ways, including extra time, support, and ideas. I love this. So at first, when I was reading it, I was like, I don't really know if there's like an interpretation to this, but actually as I got into it, I was reminded that this morning, all of my journaling was about what's coming up in 2022. What am I gonna do about my business? I am like good in terms of income until the end of the first quarter of next year. Like I don't need to like figure something out, but I have this like tendency to try to force through solutions instead of kind of trusting that what I'm doing will be abundant and trusting that I don't have to force things. I can allow things to be prosperous instead of trying to like make new things that I think would be prosperous instead of trust that the things that I am doing will be prosperous, if that makes sense. So like an example of that being, I have an Instagram account with 500,000 followers on it. Never do sponsored content, or rarely do sponsored content, which is kind of like silly, you know, like working really hard on that account, and I should get paid to do that, and I should let myself get paid to do that. But instead I like make all these other things in order to pay me so that I can do that, if that makes sense. So I feel like this coming year I'm being invited into doing as little as possible and trusting that it's gonna pay me. Sometimes also wealth is, this is driving me nuts. There. Sometimes also wealth is just having free time and getting to choose what I do with my time, getting to choose what I do with my schedule. So that's what that brought up for me. What does it bring up for you? I know this is a weird time for money talks, so I'd love to hear what you think about that. I always gonna make us some grilled cheese. You guys don't know, he is so good at making grilled cheese. It's like a true gift. I think it's just patience. Like I always try and cook it too fast and then the cheese doesn't melt. He makes the most amazing grilled cheese. And we have tomato soup. It should be a fun evening. I'm probably not going to talk to the vlog again just for time's sake, so I'll say goodbye now. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another day in the life. I will see you tomorrow for day 16 of Vlogmas. Bye.